Hi. So I wanted to do a part 2 to the first video that I did about different kind of tips and tricks to navigate networking and doing business building stuff in the realm of socializing for people who consider themselves to be empaths, highly sensitive persons, introverts, things of that nature. I started, after I did that first one, I kept kind of writing things down. I was like, oh, there's a lot of things that I've kind of figured out that work for me that might work for some people out there. So another one would be bring a buddy. It is really easy to, especially if you're going alone, kind of get lost in your head if you have someone there as a buffer to kind of help bring you out of your shell a little bit, or even someone just to converse with so you're not so focused on the daunting task of interacting with people. That can be really good. So there is definitely a benefit to bringing somebody with you, especially if you both kind of have the same issues of connecting with people. What did I say? Consider incorporating online networking. I do a lot of online stuff just because I can kind of think out what I'm going to say, plan out what I'm going to say, and not have to worry about like having a visual focus on myself, and I can kind of do it at my own pace. So using things like social media to reach out to other professionals, just sending messages like, hey, this is what I do. I think it would be really nice to connect. Would you like to have a one-on-one coffee? Sometimes that can be hit or miss. Don't take it personal if people don't respond to you. And then another good one is Alignable. I've met a lot of people through there and done a couple of networking events specifically from Alignable. Another one would be LinkedIn. LinkedIn's a little bit more of a businessy professional feel to it, but there's lots of different networking platforms out there that you can find and kind of go at your own pace. Focus on one-on-ones. So one-on-ones are really nice because you get a chance to connect with that other person and really get a feel for who they are, what they do, and just get a feel for their general vibe. I get more out of one-on-ones in that when someone's asking me for a referral or they're looking for someone, I can immediately think of this person that I met because I kind of feel their personality out and I'm like, oh, you would be a really good match for this person. And it gives you a little bit more of a chance to go in depth with talking about the type of work that you do. And it's just more laid back. It's less pressure. One-on-ones are really nice. So even if you don't get one-on-ones from going to networking events, reaching out to people individually, emailing, whatever, and suggesting meeting for coffee is a really good thing to do. Find out what works for you. What was I thinking when I wrote that? I'll skip that one for now. Connect with others in the same field. So yeah, just kind of like the networking group I started on Facebook. We're not necessarily all the same profession, but we're kind of umbrellaed under the same wellness, holistic, alternative health sort of stuff. So it's really good to connect with people in the same field, not just for networking and referrals, but also for just general support, business support. Sometimes if you're just starting out and you have questions, I think navigating this field and trying to apply general business knowledge and general business principles to it, it's a little bit more difficult because we're not like in that same realm of what's a good example? Like an insurance person or a banker or real estate. Those same assertive kind of salesy stuff that they teach them when they're, learning their thing doesn't necessarily apply to what we do. So for me, a lot of this has just been figuring out what works for me in this specific profession. I did take business classes when I was going to school, and it touched on several different things, but actually experiencing them and learning what to apply and when to apply it is a lot different. So experience is definitely a really good teacher, but it's good to connect with other people that have had different levels of experience than what you've had, because then they might be able to give you some really good advice and save you from finding things out the hard way. So find what works for you. I mean, that's just kind of a good general, I had something in mind when I wrote that. So yeah, hopefully the ones that I listed off and kind of went into depth with, or into detail with, are something that might, you know, kind of trigger something in you, or maybe you've tried some of these things already. If you've tried something different that I didn't mention in either one of these videos, let me know. I'd love to hear, because I'm always trying to explore different avenues of growing my business and learning new things. So there will be more videos with different topics. So farewell for now, and I will see you soon. Thanks.